Hey folks, this is Jim here. Today I'm going to review several camera straps that I have owned and tell you which ones I like and what the best features are of each one. The first camera strap is this Nikon camera strap. Everybody gets a camera strap with their brand new camera. This camera strap is pretty narrow, as you can see. It's going to, for a heavy camera, would sort of bend you over and hurt your neck. But also, look here at how short it is. So it's going to keep your camera right here, about mid-chest high. The second problem with this strap is how high it holds the camera. Now what I found was I didn't like wearing this camera strap around my neck, so I would always take it, put my hand, twist it around, and hold the camera this way. And so I thought, if you're going to do that, Jim, why don't you just get yourself a wrist strap? So this is a little no-name wrist strap. You can get it off Amazon. It's perfect for a smaller compact camera like this Nikon P7000. You just slip your wrist in. You can easily adjust this slider up and down to accommodate any wrist size. I like to keep mine all the way down. I just feel better that way. Nice thing about this wrist strap is it's pretty easy to keep your camera with you all the time. You can hang on to it. It will dangle, so if you're trying to use your hand for something else, and I usually get in trouble when I go to buy something and then I have to sign a credit card or hand over money, and you can see my camera starts flopping around. It may bang into things, so just watch out for that. But for under 10 bucks, this is very handy. I have this green neoprene wrist strap that I use for this compact camera. And then let me show you the little bit better wrist strap that I use for my Nikon ZFC. And that is this JJC wrist strap. And it comes with a detachable point. So you put your anchor onto your camera lug. This slides in there. It's also adjustable with one of these sliders. And again, I never adjust these. I always like, my hands are kind of big, so I just keep it all the way on all the time. Under $10 on Amazon. I really like this. I use it all the time for my mirrorless camera. Okay, for a neck strap for a heavier camera, I like to use this Peak Design strap here. You can see it folds up, small space. I can keep it inside my sling bag if I want to. I always carry it with me. It's wide, so I don't know if you get a sense of how wide that is. On one side, it has slick surface, and on the other side, it has these rubber ribs which keep it from sliding all over the place. So flip it over, it easily slides. If I turn it the other way, it wants to cling to whatever it's stuck to. Now, what you do with this one is it has the Peak Design anchors. Put your Peak Design anchor on your camera lug with one hand, holding the camera. With the other hand, I just put my thumb on that and push it into place. And now my camera is secure. Now you might say, Jim, that's still pretty high up on your chest. What do you do about that? Well, it has these quick release clamps here, and now I can bring it down, get it down to my waist level, but it's still handy to reach down and pick up and take a picture. I can shoot anywhere. I like to use this when I'm just walking around, either taking a hike in a park or walking the streets of Austin, and use this for street photography. Very handy. It will support a large camera and lens. Now, the heavier your camera and lens get, though, the more weight it's going to push on your neck, and you're going to get tired. So what I do is I flip it around this way and get it over one shoulder. If that shoulder gets tired, I can go to the other shoulder and get it around like that. So I really like this. Peak Design, good product, about $80 on Amazon. And I like this one so much, I have two of these, one for each of my cameras. I have this JJC wrist strap, and I can put that on. Now, the wrist strap is around my wrist. You can see it goes around here. It's very secure, so my camera is not going to drop. I do have some use of my free hand here, and of course my other hand's free, if I need to do something. It's not as good as the other wrist strap, but I do have a lot of freedom of movement, and I can easily reach all the controls on the camera here. So I really like this if I'm shooting sports or using a long lens. So here it is with a 80-400 lens on it. This combination probably weighs about 8.5 pounds of the camera. This is a D500 and a 80-400 Nikon lens. And I can easily hold it with one hand. I can't shoot that way, I'm going to shoot with two hands, but I like to hold it with one hand when I'm walking around. So I can just drop it down. I can drop down like this, and you can see here, very easy to hold, handheld it. If I let go, it's still not going to go anywhere. And it's always ready, so if I need to run over to another spot of the field to make a shot, I've got it right with me. So really like this. I leave it on this D500 all the time. One more thing I like about the JJC wrist strap, it's got this tripod mounting plate, quarter Arca Swiss plate on here. You can push this thing back and put another tether on there in case you're worried about your camera getting away from you. So the fact that it has the Arca Swiss plate means I don't have to take the wrist strap off to put my camera on the tripod. So another great feature. Okay, this is called a cam strap. My wife got this for me off Amazon. I think she paid about $50. I just checked the price on Amazon. They want about $80 for it. It's kind of an expensive solution to a problem, and I'm not really sure how good of a solution is. But everything behind my neck, I drop the part without the rubber thing behind my back, put my arms through. Now I have a strap that goes around my waist and around my neck, and then I've got these two clips that will attach to my Peak Design clips on the camera. So let's put it on. Got one. And I've got the other. Okay. The way this works is you have one strap around your waist. It's pretty much horizontal. Then you have this vertical strap that comes down and supports the camera. Now this strap is really pretty thin. It's got this kind of flimsy rubber thing on here which quickly falls off. And really it kind of gets more in your way. Let's take it off. It gets more in your way, so let's get rid of that. Now right now my camera is pretty low, so what I'm going to do is go right here, and it's got an over center clamp on it. I'm going to shorten up my strap. Now I got my camera down around my belt buckle. Bring that waist strap up a little bit higher. Got the camera around the belt buckle, and it's more to shooting height. Again, this is maybe an 8-pound load. It's hurting my neck. Okay, so for a smaller camera, like a mirrorless camera without a big lens on it, this might be a solution, but I think there's a better solution. All right, this is the cotton carrier. It's what it looks like when it's on. This is a lens thing. This is a tether that you can tether your camera. Your camera is going to fit in this little slot right here. You got to have the screw to put the anchor onto the tripod mount. Got to have the washer to put under the anchor, and then you have to have an Allen key. So you got 4 things you got to carry around to put this on your camera. And once you put this anchor on your tripod slot, you can't put the camera on the tripod anymore. Now, that's probably one drawback of this thing. There's a couple other drawbacks, but really it solves the problem of how do I carry a heavy camera around if I'm hiking all day. How do I do that? So let me put this on the camera and show you how it works. All right, I've mounted the anchor point to the base of the camera. And if I want to put the camera on the carrier, I turn it to the right and slide it into the anchor point, and now my camera's on. Then, since I have this long lens, I don't want it wobbling around. What I'm going to do is pop open the lens restraining strap. I'm going to lengthen that out and put it back in the snap. And now my camera's not going anywhere. You don't see this wiggling around. It can wiggle some, but not too much. Anyways, it keeps your camera from flying up or going side to side. I can add my tether to one of the camera lugs. There's another piece of this tether that you would thread it on your camera lug. And so when I pick up my camera, oops, let's take the restraining strap off, turn it right angle, pick it up and shoot. My camera can still be tethered to the vest, so it's not going to go anywhere. So you do have a D-ring here, a D-ring here, and that's how we can keep the camera tethered. Down here is the rain pouch, and then this is part of a system, so I can hang other gear off of this if I want to have a second camera or lens pouch or something else. I could hang that also. But it's really comfortable when you're walking all day because it's putting the weight on your shoulders, and I don't know if you can see how well the shoulders are padded, so it's pretty comfortable from that aspect. But in the back you can see it's covering a lot of my back and a lot of my front, plus these pads being thick, they cover a lot of shoulder space. So if it's hot outside, you're going to find yourself sweating under this. On the back side there is a mesh vent that is going to help a little bit, but you're still going to sweat. Now let me show you a couple more features that I like about this. So right here in the front is a little pocket. So if you're out hiking all day, you could have your hiking map, your trail map in there if you wanted, or your business card, or something else flat, maybe a spare memory card. I like that. Another feature I like is my hands are free. If I want to use trekking poles, if I was cross-country skiing, I could be using both hands to keep on going. I like that it's so adjustable, and it is comfortable for carrying that heavyweight gear. Inside, on the front piece, is another pocket. So on the back side, again, we have right and left waist adjusters, and we have a buckle adjuster to get the fit exactly the way you want it, and you want it to be pretty snug around yourself. These cotton carriers, again, part of the system, and they do give very good customer service. They're available in either camo or gray. They are part of a system. This base system costs about $140. I'd say it's well worth it if you're going to do a lot of hiking or you shoot a lot of sports and you've got to carry multiple cameras, like one for telephoto and another one for wide angle. This might be something to look into. One more thing about the cotton carrier, it does come with this tiny wrist pad, which you can thread one of these through the camera strap lug. You can thread the other end through the tripod. You put this little piece here, a little kind of leather piece, underneath that camera mount, and you have a wrist strap. But what I found is when the wrist strap is on, it doesn't allow my hand to move enough to control the camera, so I can't reach all the controls. I couldn't even take a picture because I couldn't get my finger up around the shutter release. So this thing is not worth. So there you have it. That's my take on 6 different ways to support your camera while you're out walking around taking photographs. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments below what you're using to hold up your camera.